Okay, question 13. Lovely question. You should be looking at this, your Q takeaway P, and thinking this is going to be addition formulae question. So you're giving them at the front of your booklet, and just to show you, I'd be saying that cos Q takeaway P is going to be equal to, and just copy that down from the front. So I always write it, cos and cos, sine and sine. So I can just go over a little bit. Yeah. Cos and cos, sine and sine. And it's AB, so it's going to be QP and QP. And if cos is positive, it's negative. So if it's negative, it's going to be positive. And these are obviously just times together. So the first thing you want to do is just write that down just to get your head around what you're working out. I would then look at my question and say, okay, we need to do two right angle triangles to work out all the ratios in the triangle. So they're making you do a bit of Pythagoras. So if that was my P and that's my Q, I know that that's 4 and 1, very good. I know the Q is 4 and 3. So if that's 4 and 3, that's definitely going to be 5. That's just a 3, 4, 5 triangle. That should be obvious. And for this one, I might do a little sum for that one. I might say, okay, well, to work out this is equal to, so this bit, I call that x squared. So x squared is equal to 4 squared plus 1 squared. So x squared is equal to 17. So this x is root 17. So your first step, do your Pythagoras, work out all the sides and write down your expression. Okay, so you're given this, not to remember that, and now we're ready to just substitute all of our points in. So cos q, and if you forget, just write down, cos so ca toa, adjacent over hypotenuse. Okay, sine is going to be opposite over hypotenuse, just to remember. So the cos is adjacent over hypotenuse for q, so adjacent over hypotenuse, and for p, it's going to be adjacent over hypotenuse of root 17. For that, I'm going to add sine q, so opposite over hypotenuse, multiplied by sine p, which is opposite over hypotenuse. We should find that the denominators are the same as a good clue to see you've done it right. So that's 3, 5, root 17. Add them together for 19 over 5, root 17. So it's asking me, so I would have thought, okay, that's me finished most of the time, but it's saying, we'll show that it's equal to that. Okay, so what have they done then? They've got rid of the root 17 from the bottom. So they've times the top and bottom by root 17. So that would just be 19 root 17. Root 17 times root 17 is 17. And I'll just double check. Is 17 times 5 85? Check. 5 7s are 35. Yeah, so that's 85. So all they've done at the end there is just to try and confuse you. They've made you multiply the top and bottom by root 17 times by root 17 times by root 17. That's it. So apart from that, it was the only small twist. Don't forget, you may have to simplify this if you could. So just remember your surd rules. Things like root 20 is the same as root 4, root 5, and root 4 is 2. Okay, things like that. Okay, watch out for your surd rules. You may have to simplify, but in this case, we couldn't. They just wanted you to rationalise it and multiply top and bottom by root 17. So you see if a triangle, you see this, you should be thinking to yourself, addition formulae, again, some really nice marks to be had here. 5 excellent marks. So we're getting a mark for doing our triangles. So for both of them, there's a tick. For getting the appropriate formula, we're getting, oh, that's amazing. So a mark just for writing that down. And then we're getting some marks for a calculation and substitution. So it looks as if we're getting kind of 1 and 2, and then a final answer. Something I've not done any higher marking. I'll not pretend that. I've had to find it quite hard to read. But yeah, it looks as if you're getting 2 marks for this bit, and then your final mark for the rearrange. But look at that, 2 marks right away for just writing a formula down and doing some substitution. And again, if you're doing your studying and you're thinking, I don't want to study, I think this is a great question to do. But again, don't worry if you can't finish them all the way through. There's 2 nice marks to be had there. And again, substitution, that's not hard either, is it? So, don't stress too much. Write down what you can, be logical, and just pick up all these little marks, as many as you can.